Thank you for joining us on the Legends Edition. This is the segment where we interview our living legends. And ladies and gentlemen, today I have the greatest opportunity to be hosting one of our greatest sports legends in Kenya, none other than Douglas Wakehuri. He is here with us in the studio. Welcome, Douglas.
Thank you.
Welcome. You were born in 1963. You're the same age as the nation Kenya. How does that feel?
It feels good, and being able to be an athlete.
Yes.
To represent it and fly the flag a bit higher.
Wonderful.
And I have some medals around.
Wonderful. Athletes have been our best ambassadors for so many years. Wherever they go, the flag is flying high. The flag is flying high. How does it feel when you go for your meets?
I think we only do what we are mandated to.
Yes.
As an athlete, your responsibility, you train, make sure you qualify, you are there on the race day on the line. And you have to win. That is the expectation of you getting a national flag. But the results, I think, is for the public to enjoy, because it does not belong to you now.
Wonderful words coming from you. Let's talk about your childhood. Is that where you started noticing that you are, endowed with the gift of running?
If I remember well, I was born in Mombasa, 1963. My mom was a prison warden at the Shimo La Tewa prison. I can't remember much about Shimo. But we moved to Nyeri and then moved to Meru. Meru is where now I recall that I used to school at CCM Primary. It was a Catholic school. And it was about 2 kilometers away from the prison camp. So what we used to do is we had only 1 hour for lunch. And we had to walk 4 kilometers to and fro. So we used to run for lunch and then walk back. And that just became a routine until now we came to Langata Women Prison.
So this is where you started building your endurance and resistance and resilience also.
So when I came to Langata Women Prison, then I met the Langata Women Prison athletic team. So I used to run with them, follow them, and just learn a few things. And we used to actually run from Langata Women Prison all the way to the Nairobi West Prison. Wow. And then they do their drills on the track, and then we run back. So that's how it used to be. Okay. And it used to be really, really good. And I think that was the beginning of my getting to understand and to know and to learn my talent and basically I set my mind on it, and I said, henceforth I will never look back.
Let's talk about Japan. At 18 years old, you were in Japan. Not so many Kenyans get to go abroad by themselves, at that age.
When a country has heroes, and Kenya is one of the luckiest one, because we have ourselves, we have Rudisha, we have Eliud now. So the young generation looks at the living legends who are around.
Yes.
But then in that time, the country was not good enough to be. We thought that if you go out there, because we used to see good things coming out, and every runner goes out there was performing very well, and we thought that I have to go out, either to the US or any other place. But for me, my uncle Wilson Waigu was a miler, and he was very good in mile, in 1 mile and 1500. So when he understood that I am running, he offered me an opportunity and said, if you run well, I'll get you a scholarship to the US. And that basically just now made me run like crazy. All right, but in the process, I met Mr. Kobayashi. Mr. Kobayashi has been living with us here for quite a long time, and he always noticed me running in different races. And I remember when I realized there is a good coach in Japan, and I discussed with him, there was an article about him. And he told him that we have a young Kenyan here. He's not talented, but his determination is just way too good. It doesn't matter what people say, as long as you are able to execute what you really believe. This is what I want. If it's running, I anything could have happened in between. I think it's a blessing.
Your very recent and very notable award, you received it from none other than the Emperor of Japan. Kindly tell us, walk us through it. Just tell us what it is, what it means, and how can they, can they issue this to a non-Japanese?
It's called the conferment, and they are in different seasons. For this time, it was the spring conferment.
Yes.
The Order of the Rising Sun. Number one is first and most is to appreciate Japan for first giving me the opportunity, for training me, and giving Kenya what it has gotten: 3 gold medal, 1 Olympic silver, and 2 big city marathon wins. I am not sure what it means, but I think it's a very special medal, and it is also a medal that they appreciate me for my contribution in athletics, not only the marathon alone, and also the image that Kenya and Japan enjoys today. That relationship has come through the sport that we love, running. And of course, being the first athlete to get this medal, I think in Kenya we are about 4 of us. The former ambassador, Mr. Dennis Awori, received 1. Wangari Maathai received another 1.
Okay.
And then, of course, our able CS, Dr. Amina Mohammed, also received. And I am the 4th one.
That's wonderful.
So, but in this case, the sports ministry tends to lead because we have now 2 Order of the Rising Suns from sports, and that happens to be athletics.
You have actually contributed quite a lot in Japan because they didn't have long distance runners, and today we see quite a few of them littered all over the Boston Marathon, New York Marathon, London Marathon, and the Rome, So, well, we just want to say thank you so much for gracing this occasion. Our great living legend who shares the same birth year with the nation Kenya. This has been none other than Douglas Wakihori, our sports legend, a great ambassador of our nation Kenya. He has flown our flag way, way high, and of course brought us accolades. Thank you so much for being with us.
Welcome.
Thank you. And that's